Well, g'day everyone, Henry here, and welcome back to the farm. Well, yesterday was a bit of a funny old day. Dad's away for a week or so at the moment. My day just got eaten up with a few different things. One of those things was a certain company was supposed to come and grind some stumps around the house. So for where the new fence is going to go, and they never turned up. Never heard anything from them. So I ended up getting hold of someone else, local, who came straight out and started grinding the stumps straight away, and he's back out there again this morning. But what that meant was I just ended up with a weird few hours in the afternoon that were free, and I thought, what can I do today to kill that time? So, well, I started pulling a few of these seeding boots off the 8910 and putting some hard facing on them. So it wasn't on my program to start doing that yet, but now that I've started doing it, I think I want to continue with it. So I'm just going to keep pulling these suckers off, getting some hard facing on them, get them built up so they're good to go for a bit longer. So now that I've started on this, and since I did the fan the other day on the air seeder, and that really only needs the hitch done, I think I'm just going to continue on here, just push. Basically, I want this bar and this air seeder done. I want it off my mind. Then it's really only the tractor that needs a service, and if I get time to widen the tracks on it. But yeah, it'd be great to just almost have this stuff ready for seeding by like mid-February. It'd be really nice. It can be off my mind, and hopefully we're going to get some time to focus on a few other jobs and some improvements and stuff that we never got done last year because we just never had the time. So that's the plan anyway. We'll see how it unfolds. But honestly, what better time to be in the shed? It's the middle of summer still. The sun's hot as the days are long. Nice working week of weather, which I think I said in the last video. So, you know, no better time than to be in here doing this. So basically I pulled off 6 seeding boots yesterday, and I thought, initially I was thinking to myself, oh, I'll just try and do, you know, 6 a day or something like that, just work my way through them. But, you know, I've just got the urge now that I've started doing them. I just want to go full tilt at it. So try and get stuck into a bit today, I think. So yesterday I took out the normal MIG wire out of here and I put in a hard facing wire. So obviously these seeding boots are pretty high wear part. They're basically getting dragged through the ground most of the time. So we want to if we're going to pull them off and do it, we want to do it properly, and we're putting hard facing over all of them. Hopefully prolong their life, and yeah, what I'm doing will last longer than just running normal weld over it sort of thing. So I ran a few figures on repairing these seeding boots versus replacing them. So I think these seeding boots are about 150 bucks. I was looking in the Agmaster book the other day. Can't quite remember, maybe they're a bit more, maybe they're a bit less, I don't know, but let's just call them 150. I think we've got about 42 tines on that bar, so we're talking about 6.5 grand. Now, to repair them, let's just say I spend 3 full days, let's be generous, 3 full days, MIG wire, gas, let's just say I'm paying myself 300 bucks a day. Let's just round it up to 1,500 bucks, let's just call it 1,500. So we're going to be about $5,000 ahead of where we would have been if we had to just replace them, which is the aim of the game. So business, everything in business, and farming is no exception. Everything is very expensive. Input costs are high. We want to get the most life out of the things that we have that we can. So by doing this, if we so choose, hopefully these things will run for a few more years to come. So you can probably see just how worn off this one here is now, even compared to the other side. The other side's pretty worn, but it's still got a little bit of that lip there. So this one's going to be pretty hard to build up, but you know, we'll do it slow and steady, and we'll get a nice bead of weld run along here, and we'll just keep building it up. And then we'll put a few beads of hardening along the side there just to slow down that wear. guys, that's another one done. First one for the day. 4 down. 38 to go, I think. Let's get it. Alright guys, so update. Yesterday, it's the next day, and it's late in the afternoon the next day. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but I got up to about here, so I'd be over a third of the way, which is nice. But I said, well, to give you some idea of how my day today has gone, when I got up this morning, I said, I'm going to have a big tilt at this here today. I'm just going to focus on this, and we're just going to try and keep smashing it out. Get all these seating boots done, and it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I haven't touched it. That's just the way things roll sometimes around the farm. But yeah, anyway, in good news, my nozzle caps for the sprayer arrived. I think it was the last episode. I was trying to put those new nozzles on. I've got the caps there. I put the nozzles in them, and we're going to go and throw them on the sprayer, get that done, because we do have one small paddock. I think it's like 20 hectares with a heap of Bathurst burr in there. We want to try and stop that setting seed, so that'll be a good little trial run for the new nozzles. But yeah, that's kind of what we've been shooting for on there. Big and beefy. Those things should last a while. That's a couple of the better ones. They don't all look like that, but you guys get the picture. I'm only going to show you guys the best, obviously. I'm not going to show you the crap that I did there. But yeah, I did have to go put the long sleeve on yesterday, because doing that welding, I had a look down at my arm, and just the little spot that was exposed was starting to go a little red. So if you don't know, if you're not a farmer or you've never done any welding, you can get burnt by the welder. Just your skin will burn. So it's kind of like a sunburn. But put the long sleeve on, protect the arms a little bit, and yeah, I just kept hammering it out. It tends to be okay if you're just doing a little bit of welding, but if you're doing a lot like I was yesterday, yeah, you better be covered up, or otherwise you're getting burnt. Oh, it's just gorgeous summer weather. I love these days. 30, 32 degrees. Oh. All right, let's do it. All right, we'll get a bit of water flowing through these nozzles and see how they look. Hopefully we don't have any blockages and it all looks good. Now just remember guys, I flushed this all out last episode. It's all nice, beautiful, clean water in the tank. Yeah, anyway, so far so good. So I don't know if you guys can see that there, but there's just that very slight angle back in the nozzle with the way that it squirts. It kind of is shooting it back that way slightly. That's supposed to make them stubble busters, really good at penetrating into long stubble and also crop canopies. And I'm trying to think of how to explain how's the best way to explain that works. So this is how I imagine them working, okay? You've got a normal nozzle and it shoots down straight like that, boom, straight down. You're traveling along, let's just say 15 k's an hour. You could also have a headwind. You've always got that breeze hitting directly onto that product coming out of that nozzle. It's wanting to constantly push it back like that. So you're coming up to a plant and it's getting constantly pushed back like that. You might only coat one side of the plant more so than the other side. And now these nozzles with the angle, they're shooting back more like that. And so they're going along, the breeze is coming in under them and it's kind of rolling those droplets down nice and evenly into the stubble, into the crop canopy, onto the plant. And then you're getting a much better coverage on that plant. You're penetrating more so into your stubble and stuff like that. And yeah, look, I don't know. If anybody's tried them out, let me know. But I guess I'm going to find out and I'll report back to you guys when I know a little bit more. So yeah, basically all those nozzles look beautiful. They're all flowing nice, no blockages. Looks really good. So nothing left to do now but fold up and try them out one day. They work.
Get it back to me. You get it. Birds come in here and pooped on our plants. Start the middle, might be a bit easier. I know you do, Daddy in the sprayer, Daddy in the header, Daddy in the header, Daddy in the header, oh, ballet in the ballet. Hanging up this morning, weren't you, Daddy in the sprayer? Daddy in the sprayer, Daddy in the sprayer.
Who was making all the ruckus?
Yeah, me.
Lift the cement plinths on now, please.
Right, what you guys are looking at here is a brand new fence that needs to go up around the house. Now, there should be some guys here early next week to start putting that up, which would be absolutely incredible. But what we got here is some concrete plinths. They take up any space between the colour bond and the ground, and that'll just stop any leaves, dirt or snakes coming in under the fence. And believe you me when I say snakes coming into the yard, I have removed plenty of snakes from that yard. So that's why we wanted to go with the plinths. We didn't want any space where they can get in or anything else can get in under the fence basically. But what we're doing is we're painting these suckers up the same colour as the colour bond. Is it necessary? Absolutely not, but we're doing it anyway. You better believe we're doing it. So that's just another job that I've got to get through at the moment. Well, good morning everyone. This morning I'm heading around to give Dad a hand. He's going to walk a mob of sheep out to Bourgault North, but to do that he's going to have to shift them over the main road. So I'm going to head around there now. I got the flashing light and he's set some signs up and some stuff like that, and we'll give him a hand to get them over the road, and then he'll just keep pushing them out there on foot. He has actually been held up a little bit this morning because we got to walk them over the main road, but next to the main road is a railway track, and there was 2 trains scheduled to go through this morning at around 8:30, 9 o'clock. So he would have rather have had him on the road earlier, but he's been sitting around waiting, and the first train was way behind schedule, so that means the second one's going to be way behind schedule as well. But he rang me, said the first one has gone through, so come round, and hopefully the other one's not too far away. So apart from having another vehicle, another set of flashing lights, another set of hands to help get those sheep over the road, there's another thing that we're worried about when we push the sheep over here. and that is this here railway crossing on the dirt road. What we've had plenty of times happen is the sheep get their feet caught down between the railway line and the platform there. They try and run off and they end up breaking their leg. So I try and stand on here and try and push the sheep around that way, so they stay off this this bit of railway crossing here. So there is quite a bit to juggle. There's the train schedule. You got to make sure there's no trains coming. You got to have your signs out. We've gone and picked those back up, your flashing lights, and then you got to deal with all the traffic coming down the road, and that's all just to get a few sheep over the road. But anyway, why do we walk them and not put them in a stock crate? Well, it's just cheaper, honestly. It's probably just as quick and it's cheaper than putting them on a truck. So it is what it is, got to get it done. That is a load of gypsum on the way, and to be honest, I'd forgotten that it was even coming today. Even though I checked my phone, I had a text message saying that he was close by, but it wasn't until I saw the truck coming up the back road I thought, I got a load of gypsum on the way today. Well, there is a first time for everything. I just finished putting that seating boot on up there, and I turned the power button up on the GoPro, and as soon as I hit the button, the GoPro went tumbling to the ground because the ball joint was snapped. It must have been hanging on by an absolute thread, and I just touched the button and she went tumbling down. So hopefully the GoPro's alright. It seems to still be recording okay, but I will be needing a new ball joint for there, which I think I have a spare one up at the house, so I have to go have a look for that. But I think what we will do is we've got the air seeder hydraulic hoses right here, and if we swivel around this way, we've got the connection point here on the bar. So I think we'll bring a tractor around, we'll connect all the hydraulics up on that. We'll get the air seeder hydraulics connected up to the back of the bar here, and then we're going to run some oil through it. We're going to get that fan turning over, make sure that's running nicely, there's no oil leaking or anything like that, and it's doing everything that it's supposed to do. And then after that, I'll drag this thing out, we'll fold it down, I'll get to those, so I've done as much as I can do from the ground on those boots basically. I've started from the other side, worked all my way around, there's about 4 at the top on each side that I just can't quite get to. So I have to take this thing out, fold it down, get the last of those boots. There's a couple of these cylinders that need seal kits put through them and a hose to replace. And then we're almost done, which will be nice. Still got to put the hitch back on the air seeder back there as well, but we'll get this thing out of the way first, because if I need to get a loader or something in, that'll make it a lot easier. Making repairs to all the important things. So yeah, if anyone's actually wondering, this is literally what I use for my GoPro. It's a magnetic base with just a camera handle that I got off Amazon, and a ball joint on the top, which the GoPro sits on, and then you can swivel it around wherever you want. So yeah, just Google search it, or eBay or Amazon, you'll find most of this stuff. Just a touch of low strength Loctite on there, just to stop it from vibrating loose. And we are ready for our GoPro to go back on. And yeah, I went searching up at the house and I found a new ball joint, so I did have one there. Well, the camera is back in action, and that is just a little single tine ripper that we've got just to put on the back of the loader. We've got a couple of fence lines up at the new block to rip, just to open them up, smooth them out a little bit, and just make them a bit more easy to pass over. And some wheel marks in a paddock from the grain bagger last year, so Dad's going to go do that tomorrow, hopefully smooth some of that stuff out, and then He's going to bring the post hole digger back because I need that for the fence, and that's also up at the new block, but I need that here to put the fence up around the house. So anyway, there's a bit going on at the moment. Alright, I've got all the hydraulics and electrics connected. We're going to give this thing a run now. I may have some hydraulic lines around the wrong way, but we're going to find out in a sec, so let's see how we go. I probably should have moved those hoses first. So if we can get past the glare, I've got, that's my fan RPM, so the fan's spinning over, it's reading, sounds wonderful back there, absolutely stoked. So what I think I might do now is get a bottle of soapy water and just run that fan again, just go over the fan housing and make sure there is no air leaks or anything like that around that fan housing since I've sealed it up. Well, it's all looking pretty good back here. There's no oil leaks or anything unusual looking, so that's very nice. Unfortunately, I can't see inside the housing, which would be the sort of the front seal of that motor, but you know, I've had the professionals on the job, so it should be a good thing. Well guys, that is an absolutely sweet sound. Hello! What's that? That's tractor. You say tractor? Oh, really?
Bar.
Yeah, bars. Yeah, you saw the sheep. Well folks, that is all I've got for you for this week's episode. I'd just like to say thank you to everyone as always for watching the videos. We really do appreciate it. I've probably only been farming about 50% of the time lately, and that's just because of everything that's been going on up at that house with the new fence. I have absolutely murdered some time there, and next week's going to be a bit the same because they're going to come and start putting that fence up. I've got to be around to help them set boundaries and dig post holes for them. But that's just the way it's got to be because we really need to get that fence up. We want to keep those kids in the yard safe away from all the heavy machinery and vehicles driving up and down the driveway. But anyway, thanks again. If you want to support the channel, just consider liking and subscribing because that really helps us out. You guys have yourselves a good one, and until next time, see ya.